He worked for the Wuppertal Institute of Climate, Environment and Energy and for the Chair of Entrepreneurship and Economic Development at the University of Wuppertal. He taught students how to write a social business plan and develop social projects with them, supporting the local NFTS team as a university advisor. In 2018, he had completed a cumulative PhD titled Social Business Innovation, containing 4 studies in the field of social business. Since then, he worked as a consultant with a focus on sustainability and founded the Private Institute for Social Business Innovation in 2022. Dr. Reach, how did you lead students' entrepreneurial activities through your institutions?
Thank you very much. Well, since I do not work for a social business center, I've made up my mind how one could find a more collaborative way for all the network. And I think this is really a great network with over 100 social business centers. So why don't you found a virtual social business university emerging from this network? I mean, every chair of a social business center who wants to contribute in such a virtual social business university could also be a chair in that university. So we have all experienced online learning during the Corona epidemic, and I think a professor in Canada can easily hold a lecture for 500 students globally. Thus, in such an online social business university, you had an online social business library containing all your social business papers, containing your online speeches. Maybe you have a PhD program running globally. You have also a social business media platform, because the professors are connected in this network, but so far the students aren't connected. And if you had a social business media platform where they could post their projects, they could also find peers together globally. So I think it would be quite easy with the experience and with the expertise in this network to set up a common curriculum for such a master, because they already exist. And finally, a social business crowdfunding platform could make students' projects visible and get funding, as well as your research proposals could all be third-party funded projects, could all be displayed on a global impact platform. If I had a chance, if I was young again, I would found a 3-Euro club with friends, but I would also like to make a degree or a certificate in such a social business online university, because I would be flexible enough to create my own social business at such a social business university. So that's my first point. And the second point I want to make with regards to the 3-0 clubs. When I had the chance to conduct an interview with Professor Yunus some years ago, I asked him, what would you advise to political leaders in the world in terms of a sustainable development? And he said, I would advise them to listen to your children. I would advise them to listen to the young generation, because they know the path. Thus, we heard yesterday in the presentation that movements should not compete with each other. Movements should cooperate with each other. And I think this is especially true for youth movements. That means that if the leaders of the 3-0 Club would engage with the leaders of Fridays for Future, of the Enactors Students Global Organization, and found a kind of World Youth Council who would regularly publish statements on global issues, that would be a very good advisory board for all of us. Thank you.